What we do is very, very sort of hands-on. What we do is very interactive and collaborative. And so, when you say that we're either going to be teaching remotely or in a hybrid fashion, that is going to affect what we do profoundly. How do we make music being in different places? Or how do we make music when it became clear that we were going to be back in the fall, but that we had certain guidelines and restrictions? How are we going to give the students the best experience possible in the safest manner possible?
Everybody started from a place of things cannot happen as they always have in the past, but let's find things that can happen. In that spirit, we were just always able to move forward and see, could we do this in person? Could we do this face-to-face? Because we were told no about certain things, I felt really comfortable about the things we were told that we could do. In any given week, we had more than 20 hours of in-person ensemble rehearsals. We had another 70 weekly face-to-face instrumental lessons, one-on-one lessons. Every course that's required of music majors was taught face-to-face.
The whole campus community came together and understood that we needed to follow these guidelines and we needed to do everything we could to stay on campus, to still have in-person lessons and in-person music making and teaching experiences with actual people in front of us.
In ensembles like band and even choir, the smaller groups, I think everyone's musicianship went up a couple levels because you are more isolated on your parts then. I feel like we were listening more and just cherishing the music making with each other much more.
It was an adjustment, and it certainly translated into more work for everyone. Because we were well organized and because we had planned well, it was difficult, but it wasn't at any point overwhelming. The thing for me was being able to actually make music with people.
Once all this hit, my first concern was, will I get to student teach? Will music be even allowed in schools with all the talk of singers and instrumentalists being these super spreaders?
This is my friend Blue. Blue.
Hi, Blue.
Hi, Blue. Blue is a cockatoo, which is a fancy kind of bird.
For the first half of the semester, I was in middle school, and they had full in-person instruction. I taught 9 sections of general music and 4 sections of choir.
To have it actually all unfold and to be able to do everything I was supposed to was very comforting, very reassuring, and I still feel very prepared going into the job field.
I feel like if I made it through that semester student teaching, I can do anything. You can throw anything at me next fall and I'll be ready.
We had, in the course of any given week, 50 hybrid voice lessons, and by hybrid, I mean partly face-to-face and then partly on Zoom. If it involved full-out unmasked singing, then that would be on Zoom.
I had been spoiled in my lessons my first 3 years here in person with my teacher, who would come and stand right up next to me. And now not only am my teacher and I in different rooms for part of the lesson, it's on Zoom, but we still get to be on campus and we still get to make live music with other people. And I think all of us are taking that to heart and really running with it. And I get the same feeling from the faculty, like, yeah, none of us want to be, doing lessons on Zoom, but it's what keeps us safe and what allows us to keep coming back and doing it again the next week.
I think about this every day. We have an amazing leadership team. That trickles down, and we have faculty who really care deeply about each other and about the students and about the success of everybody involved. I think we kept that at the front of every decision that we made, and that's why we are where we are today, in that we were making music throughout the whole process, not just here at the end when things felt a little bit better and a little bit lighter, but even in the darkest part of it.
the pandemic has also sort of brought the department a little closer together, in that we've all had to make adjustments and be flexible. We've all had to think proactively, and I think that that's helped us as professionals, but it's also helped the students.
I'm so proud of all of our music faculty, staff, and students who were so on board with making things happen face-to-face this year to the extent that it was possible. We should be so pleased with what we accomplished this year in person and in music.